Hey there, I'm Nicola MacLeod, host of the new CBC podcast, Question P.E.I. And here are 5 things that you need to know if you are trying to get a family doctor. 1, Islanders have the worst access to a family doctor in the country. StatsCan actually tracks the number of Canadians who have access to a regular healthcare provider, and while every other province is gradually on the up, PEI's number has been on the decline. PEI's population is growing at a time when many doctors are choosing to leave their practice. Many docs say this is due to burnout in a system that already asks too much of doctors, and the pandemic just made this brewing problem even worse. 2, 20% of Islanders are also trying to get a family doctor. The official way to get a doctor on PEI is to put your name on the patient registry. So if you were to do that today, there's already 36,000 people ahead of you. But hope is not lost because 3, the patient registry actually is first come, first serve. Health PEI says it's a myth that they manage different versions of that list or that someone's need to see a doctor bumps them up higher. So it will eventually be your turn to get a doctor.
Well, it matters. I think sometimes, there perhaps a perception that what's the point of going on the register? I'm going to languish there forever type of thing, and that's not the case.
Health PEI says last year, many people actually got a doctor and were able to come off of that list, but so many people are still moving here that the list itself keeps getting bigger. 4, where you live and where you're willing to travel to see your primary care provider does influence how quickly you will move up the list. If you look at the patient registry for Queens County, there's over 20,000 people waiting for a family doctor. But if you look at Eastern Kings County, just 545. And finally, 5, doctors will sometimes take on patients from sources other than the registry when they can. Many Islanders might remember a time when you could just call up a family doctor and ask to be taken on as a patient. But today, those cold calls probably won't work when many doctors already have too many patients. But if a family member of yours already has a doctor,
having the connection is probably helpful because it makes sense, I think, for an entire family to be treated by the same doctor.
If you are interested in this topic, we are diving even deeper on the first episode of Good Question PEI, now available on the CBC Listen app or wherever you get your podcasts.